You? And then
Okay.
you can make a statement about the game.
Okay, and then make a statement about the game?
Yep.
After that?
Yep.
All right, Brian Rahal, head coach, Vero Beach High School. To my right over here is Finley Holmes, senior. To my left, Jace Romans, junior. And next to Jace is Sebastian Dimitrov, sophomore. Outfield, two outfielders and a pitcher. You know, obviously, I wish I was in this room under different circumstances. You know, we knew we had a tough foe and a great opponent, right? They've been here a bunch and been super successful, but we felt we could beat them all along. You know, once the draw came out, we were looking forward to it. You know, you want to be the best, you have to beat the best in this moment, and we were ready for it. We prepared for it. Our kids were up to the challenge. There was never a moment that I didn't feel, you know, we were outmanned or couldn't win the game or not in the game. And our team has been scrappy all year. We fought hard all year. This is kind of who we are in a nutshell. What we're out there today, you know, there's a few mistakes I wish I can get back. A few mistakes on my part as well that I wish I could get back. But I'm so proud of my team. They've been warriors and fighters all year and scrappers all year. They've battled and competed. I wish I could, you know, be under here for different reasons, and these guys deserve, you know, to win and deserve to have that success, and that's what I'm most disappointed about or hurt for, is that they hurt.
Coach, when Diaz hits the homer, makes it 8-2, could have been deflating, but your team just kind of, what was said or kind of reaction to regroup, and then you come back with the 5 spot?
You know, we talk a lot about adversity. We talk a lot about, you know, storms and weathering the storms and getting through it. And so there was, again, adversity struck a little bit. They added 2 more. We came in, and all we can control at that point in time is what we can do. And we just said, let's have great at-bats to the man. Let's keep passing it on to the next guy. And if every hitter can compete and just pass it on, just be tough outs. Don't give in. And they went up there, and you saw they competed. They were tough outs. They struck some balls well. They drew some walks, got some timely hits, and, you know, that's kind of been us all year. You know, we've been able to answer back, and that's what I love about my club and who they are. They compete till the end, and they answered back at that moment.
Coach, through the first 6 innings, you guys had a runner in scoring position in each inning. You know, sometimes you cashed in, sometimes you didn't. But, you know, what was the overall approach against a group of arms that are certainly very talented?
Our overall approach is what it's been through every game so far. I think the kid said on the bus over, it was our 30th game of the year, I think, and it was just, you know, it was game number 30. The approach doesn't change for who we were facing. Again, we were going to control what we could control, and that was to, you know, get good pitches hit, have a plan, kind of create some pressure, you know, use our legs, use you know, some of the bunt game, strike the ball and we have a chance, you know, hunt strikes and deliver a blow. And just, you know, we came up a little short early on in the game. I need to do a better job of coaching there. But we, you know, our kids, it wasn't for a lack of effort, and it wasn't for, you know, not having a plan. It's a plan. You know, I think if I go back in some of those moments, I think Finley Holmes sitting next to me hit a line drive to left field. Finley's got juice, you know, in the regional final game, he hit a ball 400 feet. You know, he got some juice. So they're in shallow. We hit a hard line drive, and the kid snow cones it, right? The kid just makes a great play, leaps up. I think we had a runner on second or third, and his kid can run. He's a 6'6" runner. So that ball gets over his head. I'm not stopping him. You know, he wasn't stopping. He could fly. They snow cone it, right? That's kind of tough. I think we had a runner on second, if I remember right. Our catcher, Cole Morgan, comes up, hits a 1-hop up the middle. I think their shortstop Fitz does a nice job, deflects it. And not only does he deflect it, he's able to pick it up and throw him out. You know, that ball gets through, that's another run. You know, so there were some opportunities. I thought we hit some hard balls, you know, and just came up a little unlucky, right? That's kind of baseball. They're a great opponent, obviously. They're super talented. You know, you look up and down their lineup. They have been for a lot of years. But, again, like I told the kids all week long, that doesn't mean anything. It's going to be played between the lines, you know, and you know, I thought they did a good job of that tonight. I just wish we would have came up on the other side.
Coach, talk about that first inning.
we went 6 or 7 pitch walk, hit and run executed, and then base hit bunt executed, squeeze executed, and even your last 2 outs were just going the other way with the, I mean, that's textbook inning for any offense ever. So talk about the pride you had and how you guys came out. You know, a lot of teams come out intimidated against a team like that, and you guys executed perfectly.
I'll start with maybe the intimidation factor. We were adamant on not being intimidated. The game was not going to be won, you know, before we got to the park or got off the bus. Again, they're a great team. They're super talented. They're well coached. You know, all check all those boxes. You know, they check them all. But we knew they still had to play the game, and we thought we could beat them. You know, we weren't hoping to beat them. You know, we were expecting to beat them. You know, this team has been that way. They've scrapped. It's just, you know, again, we control what we can control. You know, for a long time, you know, throughout the season, we said, why not us? You know, we were young, we were this, we were that. People are talking, oh, they're rebuilding, oh, they're doing that. And so we just said, why not us? Why can't it be us? And the kids bought in. They bought in those approaches you're saying. They weren't afraid to bunt. They're not afraid to get to 2 strikes. They have a 2-strike approach. They're going to foul off, you know, a ton of pitches. I tip my hat to Stoneman. They did the same thing on 2 strikes. They were tough to strike out. Might be a different result if we get a few punch outs, you know? And so from that's been us. That's how we've played all year, you know? And what we wanted to do coming into this game was not change what we've done all year. We got here for a reason. We got here by hitting backside, having a 2-strike approach, dropping a bunch, base hit, running the safety squeeze, you know, drawing that tough walk, chasing pitchers out of games, you know, just kind of running that pitch count up and battling pitchers out of games. That's been us. We've scrapped. And so when we got to this point, the whole time, we weren't going to change. I didn't want to mess it up. I didn't want to overcoach or not do or try something different or say, oh, we're playing, you know, the #1 team in the state or #1 team in the, wherever, you know, and just try to do something different. I wanted to stay to what we did for 30 games. And that's what we've done for 30 games.
And you guys have had a lot of good seasons, a lot of, you know, high record seasons, and this is the team that broke through and got up here. So what do you feel about this particular group of guys with all the teams you've had that have been knocking on the door all these years?
You know, that's great, and you know, we've got a great foundation here. We've had some great teams. We've had some guys, some, you know, great players sprinkled in. It's tough. You play 7A baseball in the state of Florida, and you get down to crunch time. It's not easy. You know, everybody's got somebody, or everybody's can compete. And so, you know, to be so close, you know, we've been knocking on that door. We've been a line drive away from a, you know, diving catch that's in a 3-2 game with runners on that's held us out. And so these guys here, they were awesome. They just kept on scrapping. They believe they play for more than themselves. They play for the family, and our family goes long past what's in the locker room currently. Our family goes to all those guys that have put on that jersey before them. And so, you know, there's a lot of guys that had siblings that played here. There's a lot of guys that have grown up watching. These guys have grown up watching since they're young. And so when they put that jersey on that says Vero Beach, they're playing for that Vero Beach family. The 24 guys in the locker room, the school, the community, and their former players. You know, we had probably averaged about 30 alumni during the playoff run at the games. You know, there were at least 30 former players coming back. And so, you know, for that team, the unexpected, right? You know, they were scrapping, and we just knew they got better and better. You know, we started off, I think, 3-3, and everybody starts to wonder and panic. We just said, stay the course, right? And then just go 1 pitch at a time. You know, and we didn't think about being so close. We just thought about get to that next game, and you know, we went down in the regional final, and they found a way to bounce back and go. So, yeah, it was nice. It was well deserved. I'm happy. Not for me, I'm happy for the kids I coached, the excitement that it brought, and they deserve all the credit they get.
For the guys, what did each of you get from this game? What are 2 takeaways for all 3?
You know, it's like Coach said, you know, we're going into it knowing we're playing the best team in the state, or the best team in the state. And like Coach said, we were kind of expecting, we weren't intimidated, or we were excited to play them. And obviously it's unfortunate to go down the way we did, but you know, I wouldn't want to lose anybody else. So, you know, it's bittersweet, but it's, you know, I love the way we fought back in the 6th and really, you know, made it a close game, and it made it, you know, it's still tough, but it's, easier to lose, and we know we fought hard. But obviously, I think we could have won. But
I would say we knew coming into the game that it was going to be a tough game. But I know my team, and I know my team's going to be there to battle. And even if we're down, I know we're going to get back up and eventually strike back. And we did, but we just didn't come up there yet. Come up, yes.
We knew this was gonna be a tough game. We knew we were gonna have to battle. We knew we had to go at it hard and keep going. Even when we went down, we knew we still had the chance. We knew we had the ability to come back, and we did. Just fell short. Unfortunate, but we're gonna come back next year. No, we are.
Sebastian, you got to start here tonight. Biggest game of your life against the 3-time defending champs. What was it like stepping on the mound on this stage in this stadium? Just what were the nerves? And you had some success in some high leverage situations. Take me through just your mentality as they are threatening there through the first 3 innings.
Yeah, well, it's just another game. I've pitched thousands of games, and so it's just another game, another opponent. I mean, I wasn't too worried about who I was facing. I just wanted to go up and execute and get through what I could do. There were a few tough spots, and tried my best to battle through them. Get through and keep the damage to the least I could.
Guys, I think we have time for one more question if anybody's got one. Otherwise, we can let these guys get back. Patrick, you got any more questions?
For seniors, how will you remember your time here at Vero?
yeah, obviously, I loved it. Like Coach said, it's a family. It's more than just guys in the locker room. So I'm obviously looking forward to coming back and watching games and hanging out. And I love these guys. I love the coaching staff. It really is like a family. So yeah, love it.
All right. Thank you guys for your
Thanks,
time. Really
guys.
appreciate it.